Go.
Alrighty, so I just finished up my day at the Proto-Genesys YCS here at YCS Richmond, the 300th YCS here in 2026. I ended up not finishing out the full rounds. I dropped it for round 10, though if I played the next round and won, I could have hypothetically gotten to top 32. Or actually, even if I lost, I would have potentially gotten to top 32. So I'm going to consider this a top 32 deck profile. The deck I decided to choose today to bring was Exosister. This is my second ever YCS playing. And so I want to show you what I got here. I'll go a little bit with the philosophy too. So we got main extra side. So we started with 3 copies of the best card in the deck, Exosister Martha. Being able to summon herself and Ellis means we have to max out on 3 copies of each. Without using your normal summon, it's incredibly strong. To note, it locks you into Exosister special summons for the rest of the turn, but normal summons don't count. So we have a couple cards to work through that. To finish up the names, we're playing 2 copies of Stella and 2 copies of Sophia, along with 1 copy of Irene. I did find the names ratio being pretty fine. I don't think I would change a single thing about it. This is 3, 6, 8, 10, 11 names. Not too bad. Next, we're playing the new spell, Betrayal. This card's insane, literally busted. Add 2, discard 1, being able to make them banish a card to turn on the effects of all of your Exosister names. And then the additional effects to give you a normal summon as well came up quite a bit, being able to extend into the Michaela and the Caramel play. To round up the spell traps, playing 1 copy of Returnia and 2 copies of Vadis. I actually found myself, I think I might bump up Returnia to 2, but I loved the Vadis at 2. It was a really easy side out target. It came up multiple times, being able to, because you draw one in the opener, you can still set the other one, and that way you have a guaranteed follow-up. That's for the Exosister cards, so that's about half the deck. Now, I'm going for a max consistency build, so we're playing 3 copies of 7 Tachyon and 3 copies of Ascension. I could bump this down to 2, and I'd still feel pretty good, even to 1. I don't know if I'd go 0. I kind of like having the ability to grab as many Marthas as possible, just to get the deck going. I never bricked today. I never bricked. But yeah, so we're playing 3s of this. And also, it doesn't just grab Martha, it grabs other extenders as well, which you'll see in a moment. The rank 4 engine of choice that I'm playing is the best rank 4 engine. 3 copies of Aratama, 2 copies of Sakatama. I don't like playing 3. I could even cut this down to 1, and I still feel comfortable with it. And then I decided to spend 15 points playing 3 copies of Ichiki Sayori Hime. This card is an honorary Exosister in my opinion. I love the announcers. Absolutely incredible card. Being able to start with Aratama to grab Ichiki, and then being able to grab Martha after that, being able to continue your plays. This card is insanely busted. I don't know if I would go down any lower than 3. I just love this card so much. For hand traps, we're only playing 3 hand traps. After this weekend, it would totally change. But I'm playing the All-Star, 3 copies of Dimension Shifter. 10 points each, so that's 30 points right there after the 15 from Ichikis. That brings us up to 45. Love this card. Every single game I saw this card, I won. Every single game I didn't, I lost. That's not entirely true. I did win a couple games without it, but every game that I draw it and used it, I won. Just absolutely incredible, and it's a really good combo with one of the extra deck cards. You'll be able to shift her every single turn. We're also playing 3 copies of Fuelos. It seems kind of counterintuitive to play the 2, but I really wanted the option to go second. I have like the something inside or in the extra as well to help with going second, but if I lost the dice roll, I can guarantee that I have at least something in the main deck to kind of put pressure on, make them not commit too much to the board. In retrospect, this could probably even be another hand trap as well, but I kind of like the 3. The 3 Fuelos. I played 1 Cool Tune, and I know this is a card that's really good into it, so I wanted to have it anyway. Unfortunately, again, just didn't see too many of it. And then the last card seems a little redundant again with the Shifter, but it's 3 copies of DD Crow. I wanted this just in case. I didn't draw Shifter. It was a Graveyard Relantant, and I drew Martha. That way, if I had Martha on the field, at least if I crowed something, it triggered Martha. So I wanted to make sure that I had an option for that as well, so that's why I decided on this. Let's go to extra deck. We have 3 copies of Michaelis, so that's 30 points right here. I might bump this down to 2, just to save myself on some points. 10 points apiece is a little steep for me. But this card is incredible, being able to grab an Exosister spell trap, and then banishing a card, just incredibly strong. Just very, very powerful. Next, we're playing 3 copies of the new Lady Caramel. I love this card. I think this is the best card in the deck by far. Betrayal is pretty good, but this card is even better. Being able to set your your trap cards at the end of your turn, not just from the deck, but also from graveyard and banishment, meaning that you can keep recycling your cards. The replacement effect is incredibly strong. So if you start with Shifter, that's the only card in your graveyard, so their monster effect will automatically add Shifter back to your hand, allowing you to recycle Shifter every single turn. We're playing 2 copies of Caspitel because I wanted to convert, in case I did brick, I wanted to be able to convert the spirit monsters into the Exosister line. So if I just drew Aratama, I could just make Caspitel to grab Martha. And then we're playing 1 copy of Gabreen. This card came, I think every single time I killed was because of the Gabreen plus the Magnifica OTK, being able to bump everyone up to just enough attack points to kill. And then I love the Sophiel too. I think this card is incredibly strong. This card never came up, unfortunately, today, but I do see a situation where it could. I think you have to play this card. Playing 2 copies of Magnifica. I think if I were to go rebuild this again, I'd want to play a 3rd. The 3rd did come up a couple times. Just wanted to have the ability to make just a huge monster. Being able to banish something non-targeting was incredibly strong. And the tag out, of course, is just amazing. Our Tachyon target is, unfortunately, it's going to be 104. I wish I had the Star Seraph, but it's what it is. It is what it is. Never came up I could have hypothetically summoned it against. I guess there are some decks that have battle phase effects, but you know, there it is. Playing copy of Tornado Dragon, I'd replace this with Magnifica any day of the week. This card was always the side out target for siding in the 107. Yeah, I probably wouldn't play this card ever again. However, the card I would play every single time is Excites on Night. This is just an immediate way to handle super big boards. I love this card so much. It came up several times during the day. I love this card, and considering it is in Xyz as well, it means you can summon Martha under it. It does turn off Returnia, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Side deck. We're playing 3 copies of D-Fissure because I want to make sure that I had my Dracotail matchup handled quite well. 3 copies of Mistaken Arrest. This card is not going to be at 3.
Not making it.
Not making it after this weekend. I hate this card so much. It won me double-digit number of games going first, being able to stop their opponent from doing anything. Next, 3 copy of Soundproofed. Wanted to make sure my Cool 2 matchup was all said and done. I'll go over matchups at the end, but I will go over what I played against. I had to write them down because I did not play a single deck more than once during the entire weekend. But I love this card. I actually don't even know if I play it again. The number of Cool Tune, I guess, was pretty high. We had 4 at day 2, but I just don't think it's that strong. I think that there are other cards that could be better. 3 copies of Cyclone, just to have my back row matchups handled with. And then 2 copies of Thunder King with the 107. Like I said, Tornado Dragon was just always the card I sided out for this. If I was going against a tower-based strategy, I don't believe it ever came up this weekend. Actually, I guess against Pearly, we did go to a hypothetical game 3 just for fun, and I did have to bring in this, but, you know, it is what it was. It was what it was. It was pretty good. So for matchups, I wrote this down here. I had a double check here. So round 1, you can put it back on me, my handsome face. So round 1 was against the Infernoble Flame Swordsman deck. Really, really great opponent. Really, really tough games, but we got that. Round 2 is Dracotail Majestus. Unfortunately, game 3 I just couldn't draw any of the Shifter or the D-Fish. So unfortunately, they got that one. Then I went against Cool Tune once, shifted them 2 games in. I didn't even know it was Cool Tune until the end of the match.
Okay.
Round 4 was against Domain Monarch. Again, Shifter won me that one. Then I lost to Genesys OTK. The deck is insane. Those Genesys cards are not making it, and Archfiend is just way too strong. Then we went against Vanquish Soul Genesis. Won that one. Guy mismanaged his attributes. And then lost to Zaborg Monarch. So I guess I had 2 Monarch decks I faced, but they're both different variants. One was the Domain with the hand rips, the other one was the Zaborg rip with the extra deck. Just such fun gameplays. And then then day 2, won against Pearly. Actually, I did 44th after day 1. Top 64 made day 2, so day 2 started out, went against Pearly. Guy got a game 1 loss because he did not side out properly at the end of yesterday. And then I just got game 2 pretty easily. Was able to break through his 1 interruption under Shifter. And then when you get Shining Star Genesys, so those 3 Genesys decks, all different variants, just to show how flexible that engine is. It's just a conga line of guys that you get every single turn. And then lastly, the unfortunate deck that took me out was the Radiant Typhoon Cool Tune deck. That was just, so cool.
Sorry, the what?
Radiant Typhoon Cool Tune. Thank you, Kale, for recording this and providing excellent commentary. Yep, Radiant Typhoon Cool Tune. You saw it on the feature match. Took down, or got the draw with Peeps, the double loss there. The philosophy behind that, I got to talk to the guy afterwards. He's like, oh yeah, well, you just do the one engine, and then when that doesn't work, you just do the other. But yeah, I'm not super mad. Again, for my second YCS competing, making it all the way this far, and again, if I didn't drop to play domain format, I could have gone top 32. So you know, I'm not too mad about it. Yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to keep you all updated on some Genesys decks. I think that this weekend is going to provide a lot of insight for the format going forward. I think that
what are your thoughts for what's going to get hit going forward?
Where Genesys cards are not making it.
Okay.
There is so much of Genesys at the top tables all weekend that I think that it's got to go. I do think that they're going to be a little meaner to Cool Tune and Radiant Typhoon. I think those decks are just way too under. We had more than one Radiant Typhoon. That's the only deck that was more than one copy at the end at top 8. So I think that deck's going to get hit. And then I think they're going to be a lot harder on the Draco Tail and Shoutout stuff. Just way too strong, that little deck. The fact that you can play it in the capacity it has is just utterly ridiculous. Just utterly ridiculous.
Who would ever play that deck? God,
I know, who would
some
ever?
people.
Just such
imagine playing that deck.
Such a bad deck, you know. Why would anyone ever? But you know, I mean, congratulations to everyone who made top 8. I'm super happy for you. This is such a big accomplishment for you. And yeah, I'm sorry that I wasn't there alongside you for the top. But with that being said, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully we get a list soon so I can make another video. But catch you on the flip.